Alright, cool. So in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about how to be less lonely and how to kind of just feel like you're less alone in this crazy anxiety, depression, or whatever type of like pain you're suffering from right now. I feel like they're all kind of intertwined. And if you heal one of them, then you kind of heal all of them. So what I really want to focus with this video is how to feel less lonely and how to just know that other people in the world are suffering from similar things, because this seems to relieve the pain to some extent. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So one of the first things I think of whenever I'm trying to relieve my sadness, my depression, my anxiety, these negative thoughts or whatever, is I listen to music. Particularly, I listen to a lot of like emo, like pop punk, like kind of like newer rock music or whatever. And one of my favorite bands lately is a band called All Time Low. You may have heard of them, maybe not. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just whatever music that you listen to that makes you feel less alone. Because I've thought about it, and the reason why when I listen to this music it makes me feel so good is because it sounds great. I love singing to it. It's amazing. But also, the main thing is that it makes me feel less alone, because I know that this guy that made this song, this band, has suffered through similar feelings of suffering and pain that I've gone through, and then I know that they're pretty famous, so that they have a lot of they have a pretty big audience that also connects with this music on the same deep level as well. So that really helps me feel less alone. I'm not sure if you've ever thought about it like that, but I feel like that's like the main reason why we listen to music and why it gives us those butterflies and that like tingly, warm sensation throughout our bodies, is because it makes us feel less alone. We're not the only one going through this crazy battle in our minds, you know? So yeah, there's listening to music. And then also another thing that I've dived into a little bit lately, I haven't gotten super far into it, but that same feeling you get from listening to music, that heartwarming, amazing feeling that relieves some of that anxiety and tension, you can also kind of level it up and enhance that feeling a little bit if you're down for it by actually learning an instrument. For my example, trying to learn guitar. I wouldn't say I play guitar, I'm learning it in order to play these songs that give me these awesome sensations throughout my body. So I feel like once I learn these songs and I'm actually playing them and listening to it and actually like making it happen, it'll kind of like level up and enhance those awesome feelings throughout my body. And another thing that I've checked out lately that is really interesting is this whole Instagram thing. Pretty much just all social media in general, but specifically Instagram lately is just a great way to connect with people. Like, it's a great way to market your business or whatever and gain more followers, gain an audience. But also, if you just type in hashtags like whatever you're feeling in the current moment, like say depression, you can type in depressed, hashtag depression. Or if you're feeling anxious, having a lot of negative thoughts, you do like anxiety, hashtag anxious, or hashtag sad, or hashtag emo if you want to connect with people that listen to that certain similar type of music. I mean, whatever that is for you. And then you could go through all these pictures and you can comment on people's pictures like, oh, thanks for sharing. This made me feel less alone. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for sharing your love with this post. This is awesome. Makes me feel amazing. And then maybe they'll reply. You can ask each other some questions, talk about music, talk about your problems and your pain together, and it makes you feel less alone. It's awesome. And you can also do the same by direct messaging people as well. And that's just a great way to connect with people, because it seems like it's pretty hard in person to find people that deal with anxiety and depression, because a lot of people don't want to talk about their emotions. They don't want to open up. They're scared to. It feels weird. Society has fooled us to kind of tell us that depression, anxiety is wrong or whatever, you know. So it's just a great way to connect with people online without having to really like put yourself out there and be extremely vulnerable, because it's over the internet and it's pretty anonymous. So it's a good way to connect with people with similar pain, similar feelings. It's great. And then lastly, I'm going to offer you the idea of connecting with nature. I have a lot of my videos in nature because when I go walk around in nature, it just makes me feel less alone. It makes me connect with my core, like this like inner power, this inner essence, inner energy. And it makes me feel like a similar feeling that the connecting with people on social media and Instagram does. It's like I'm like one with like the earth. It's kind of like a weird Zen thing or whatever, but it really allows you to connect with yourself on this really deep level in order to like hit this like next level potential within yourself. Like, find that happiness within yourself. It's great. I really recommend hiking around, walking around in nature. And yeah, it's a great way to relieve the stress, relieve the pain, and relieve that built up tension that you've been holding on to for so long. All right, so in conclusion, we got listening to music in order to feel less alone, connect with the audience, connect with the musician that made the music, connecting with people over social media, Instagram specifically. It's a great way to connect with people. Do the hashtags, start a conversation, and start lessening those feelings of loneliness. It's really helping me out, and I think it'll really help you guys out. So, and then lastly, connect with nature, connect with your core, and connect with your inner source in order to get in touch with that inner sense of true happiness within yourself. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for checking it out. I really fucking appreciate it. Thank you so much.